Well, hello friends, I am David Vos, and it is a beautiful day. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Spring is almost here. Well, the world keeps spinning and spring keeps coming around, and we keep enjoying these beautiful days, and the rain comes down and the sun comes out. But will the sun come out tomorrow? Well, friends, I found a document from NASA, and I've looked up the credentials. There are those who say it's debunked, that it's not true. But if you get to reading their debunking, they're basically just saying, yeah, it's true, but so what? We've known these things for years, and it's nothing new, and blah, blah, blah. And that's their debunking. No, the document is real, and it's not new. It's been around, I guess, since about 2001. It was an old PowerPoint presentation. And it was the document made for the military, and they're saying that it's no big deal, but I want you to see a few interesting points here about this document, friends, because it will blow your mind, and it's frightening, it's horrifying. You must watch this video, friends, because it's going to blow your mind. Now, if you'll look there, the article is by NASA. It says Warfare Strategy Document. Then it says U.S. Air Force, DARPA, CIA, FBI, Southern Command, Atlantic Command, Australian Command, DOD, and more. So like I said, this was written for the military. Now, you notice where it says page 4, page 93, page 9, page 67, page 43. It gives you a little bit of what it's going to cover. If you look under where it says page 93, it says exploit CNN. Remember, this was originally put out back in 2001. Okay, so whoever wrote this, if you don't believe they knew what they were talking about, that they worked for very high up sources in NASA or in the government somewhere, writing this for the military, then how did they know about what's been going on with the CNN program? You see, this is one of the things that they are strategizing. This is a warfare strategy. This is a document, as we go through this, you're going to find out that they do not plan on using normal warfare, and they're not planning on having war with countries, but with the people of the world, with us, you and I. We are the enemy. And one of the biggest tools or weapons they have against us is to put us into a syndrome, make us sick, and exploit our sickness with the news and the fact that we listen to the news and believe it. And they are going to explicitly use CNN. And it says they're going to literally on CNN show us captured people, torture them, and they're going to show Americans in living color on prime time, literally going to show us on prime time on CNN Americans in living color being tortured and raped and murdered. We have seen it. What they're saying they're going to show us, they've done it. We watched people being beheaded, Americans on CNN. We watched it. We watched the infrastructure crumble around us. Terrorists right here in America have burned down our cities. And they're going to show terror attacks. And they're going to show critical infrastructure being taken down. And this is going to be against us, it says. They uses the word against the brain. It's going to be a psyop war, a collateral damage exploitation, etc. Friends, we went through all of this. We've been watching the beheadings. We've been watching the infrastructure Libya went down, and Benghazi, and all of this stuff that we've been watching, and these riots, people in Florida being murdered by terrorists in living color on CNN. You see, we've been talking about how, well, it's been going around that perhaps some of these are false flags, that it's not real, that maybe the CIA or the government is just making all this up. I've been saying, friends, that the ISIS was created by the CIA. I mean, I'm not just saying it, friends. I'm telling you this is fact. But, you know, other than just explaining how they're doing it and how much sense it makes and so forth, I cannot go and get a microphone and go to, you know, Syria and interview someone and get you proof that the CIA actually created ISIS. But we have the testimony of many, many people. And it's basically common knowledge that this is what's happened. But here is an actual document, a warfare strategy, friends, a document where they created a strategy, gave it to the military, and it's written down here for everyone to see. You know how they say that the elite always let us know what they're doing? Well, they don't publicize it. They're not going to read it to you. I'll read it to you. But they're not going to sit you down like a little boy, you know, sit you down in a little classroom and, you know, scoot you up to the table and explain it all to you. All right? I'm going to try to do that today, but they're not going to do that. But they did. It seems as though they're either required to let us know that there is information available to us, but what happens is we don't believe the information. We only believe the enemy. We only believe CNN. That's all we want to believe. They're telling you that they are doing this on purpose, that it is orchestrated, that they have a desire to create a psyop against the American people. We are the enemy, and this is a warfare against us. So, if you look in page 14, under where it says page 14, it says they're going to have genetic engineering before birth. This is one of the things that they're anticipating to do. And if you look at where it says page 43, it says microdust weaponry. This should frighten you, friends, since this was written for the military and it is their plan. We've already seen that some of their plans are being carried out. We're watching them. And many of you had concerns about chemtrails and things such as this. Well, look what it says here under page 43, microdust weaponry, a mechanical analog to bio-micron-sized mechanized dust, which is distributed as an aerosol, and it's inhaled into the lungs. The dust mechanically bores into the lung tissue and executes various pathological missions. A wholly new class of weaponry, which is legal. Wow, friends, this is what is frightening. We walk outside every day. We know for a fact that they're doing things to destroy our minds, a psyop war against us. We watch the propaganda on CNN, but at least we think, oh, well, that's just a bunch of crap. Let me turn it off. I'll go outside and I'll get some peace. Friends, we don't know if we've got any way, even when we're outside in the middle of nowhere. You might be in Alaska somewhere you bought a cabin and you're on this beautiful little pristine lake, but you don't know if you're being watched. We just found out today or yesterday through WikiLeaks that they are watching you through your smart TV, through your phone, perhaps through your brand new car. They're listening to your conversation. They know when you make love. They know when you go to the bathroom. They know when you take drugs or smoke a cigarette or anything and everything that you're doing. They watch you. They have recorded your conversation. And they can come back and use anything against you at any time. They monitor us when they want to. They have that ability. They don't need to go get a judge authority for wiretap. They've already got us all tapped, friends. And now, through nanotechnology, they can send a little, micro camera down or a micro piece of dust. You can inhale it, And it can either bore into your lung and stay there and monitor you, or it can bore into your lung and kill you, weaken you with pathogens. And it's a class of weaponry that will be legal, and even if it wasn't legal, you'd never know it was happening. And this is one of the things they have planned some years ago, and is probably now in full swing. Look at page 50. Effects of flow power microwave, U.S. Army SRI Walter Reed. This technology of this microwave technology can cause gross alteration of brain function. You can have seizures, interactions between low power microwatts and brain function. Not even know what half of that's saying, but it sure doesn't sound good, whatever it was saying. And it sounds like something that we need to be concerned about. Page 55, we didn't read page 45, where it says beam weapons, increasingly prevalent. Beam weapons. Page 55, what is apparently legal, anti-functional and anti-personal weaponry. Chemical anti-functional weaponry. Psychological effects, sensory organs weaponry, chemical personal incapacitation weaponry, warfare, hostage terrorism, acoustic weaponry, mechanical microdust. Well, this is shocking, friends. This is just shocking. But there it is, and I'm going to put a link to this so that you can go and read all of this. You see it goes down through here, and there's just, they had it all planned out. You know, remember this is back in 2001. So everything that we've been seeing through the Obama administration, and especially, look at this. Humans have taken over and vastly shortened evolution of the planet. Global warming, pollution. This is their talking points. So they're going to repair the genome and change, the children, and cross species molecular breeding, and we've been hearing about all of this manipulation of the DNA, and Monsanto and genetically modified foods. They've had this all planned. They knew what they were going to do. Nanotechnologies, right? This has all been planned. And literally the plan is to murder us, right? Murder us and destroy us. So click on the link and read all of this, because look, there's a lot here that we can't cover in this video. I'm not going to go through all of this. This is what they planned years ago, and much of it is already being implemented. Go and read through this. You will be shocked, horrified, and we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do about these people, because they're talking about stabilizing the world population. And what do you suppose they're going to do that? What are they going to, what do they got up their sleeve to stabilize the world population? Yeah, well, it has to do with major emerging law enforcement issues. Well, what do you suppose the major emerging law enforcement issues are, according to them? Starts off with privacy. Ubiquitous micro-nano sensors. Okay, now, privacy, micro-nano sensors. Remember what we said? They can put a small little nanotechnology sensor on you. We just got through talking about how they're already censoring us through our television, which is off. Even if the television is off or your telephone's off, you notice how they're giving you these iPhones for free? They're giving you all this stuff for free. Remember when they started the phone company going into cell phones, and then the phones went down to like $50? They want you to have all this because they're trying to invade your privacy. The next is IT net crime. Wide spectrum. What does that mean? Dealing with people trying to take your money in crime, net crime, biocrime. What is biocrime? Genetics pathogens? Binary pathogens? Seriously, friends? What's going on? Protection of the human electronic implants? Protection of CONUS? You know what CONUS is? That's the Contingent United States Territory. Beyond terrorism. This is what we're going through now, but how did they know this in 2001? I'm sure it crossed everybody's mind back then. But you see, they planned all of this. Social dissatisfaction, upheaval caused by rapid technology changes, road, air, rage, psychosomatic illnesses, withdrawal. Friends, they're planning all of this to completely drive us insane, to control every aspect of our lives so that they can control us, keep us in the inner cities, keep us buying their products, keep our lifespans very short, experiment on us, and allow us to either die or go insane and study our insanity. So, all this is very interesting. Smart dust, nanotags, swarms. It just goes on and on and on. You've got to click on this link and watch, and just read this for yourself. Microdust weaponry. So when you read this, it's like reading George Orwell 1984, but we're in 2017 and they planned it, and it's a book written in the past about our future, and we're in the future. The future is now. And we need to do something about this, friends. I'm telling you, this is our lives we're dealing with. Please, let's get the word out. Let's do something. Let's band together. Boycott these people that's trying to sell us this stuff, like Monsanto and DuPont and Cargill, that sells all the meat and has all these cattle ranches, and CNN and NBC and stuff. Don't watch it. And support Donald Trump, because they hate him. He's our only chance. If he can drain the swamp, we got a chance, friends. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great day. Signing out.